days have been held in your hands. Oh, wow. It's love. Love is in the air. Welcome to the channel. Always nice to be here. I'm Dr. Judith. I hope you enjoy this season. If you don't, especially as a young couple, you would have little children going to school. They're going to come back with, I love you, mom. I love you, dad. And then dad doesn't say it to mom. Mom doesn't say it to dad. It sort of dampens it for the kids. But I also think it allows us to practice how we express ourselves. Some of us are very good at expressing ourselves, but we don't need any excuse to give a present. You just buy it, you give it. But some of us, hey, we don't know how to express our love. Doesn't mean we don't love, right? But we don't know how to express it. And so that season of the Valentine's, you would find in the shops is like, oh, I love you. They may even make it easy for you to buy it. Even if it's a card or even if it's a top or something, it makes it easier. So it's something, I think it's not, expressing ourselves should not be limited to Valentine's, but I think it's also an opportunity to practice it. I love getting a Valentine's gift from my husband, and he has not failed to be so far. Even if it's like, okay, it's Valentine's, happy Valentine's, that's fine. Not that it's Valentine's, it doesn't say anything. You can imagine, he doesn't say anything to me. I go out, then everybody says, oh, happy Valentine's. And then you now wonder, the one that I really think of before I go to sleep, I think of when I wake up, hasn't said it. It's a missed opportunity. So it doesn't have to be expensive. You could go into your garden if you are lucky enough to have a garden with a plant and pick a flower and say, I love you. It's difficult, if you don't know how to do it. It's actually very difficult. So it's a good opportunity to practice expressing yourself in that way. Yeah, but I also think for the youth, you mustn't go overboard. You don't want to find yourself in compromising situations, on campus. Hey, it's Valentine's, and then you're all over. And next thing is like, after Valentine's, we now have 9 months later, so I think we also need to be very careful about that as young people. But I think it's an opportunity to express yourself. In high school, yay, shout out to my high school girls. We always had this opportunity of choosing a vow, and my vow, we're still in touch with each other. It was almost like a secret pal, right, within the school. And from the 1st of February, please, dear Sisters for Life, correct me if I'm wrong. So from the 1st of February, you choose a vow, and it was a school-wide thing. It was something that we had to select. You could select anybody in the school, almost like a, what do you call it? A pick a name out of a hat kind of thing. And you don't know this person. This person could be a day student, could be somebody in upper six, you are in Form 1, but it allowed for cross-pollination, vertical integration of the school. It could be somebody from a different class, a different house. Then you have to go and start looking for this person. Do you know this person? Do you know this person? And then you're like, there she is. There is Mr. Folabi. Mr. Folabi. Really? Is that her? Oh, that's my Val. Then you start sending secret pal messages to this Val, right? You could buy a sweet and say from your Val, and it just keeps a lot of excitement. I mean, imagine picking the school prefect as your Val, and then the school prefect is now punishing you. It's like, but you are my Val, but you can't say it yet, right? Until the 14th of February. So 14th of February was a big night I went to a boarding house in Nigeria, in Benin City, Federal Government Girls College, Benin City, yay, class of 86. And then in the evening of February 13th into 14th, we could all now go anywhere in the school. You go and reveal yourself to your vow. You will find people hiding behind doors. They show up with a sheepish face, I'm your vow. And this whole exercise also involved a third person who was what we call the messenger of peace. Because now I know that person is my vow, but I want to send a note to her. I want to send a gift. Maybe I bought her some talk shop stuff and I want to send it to her, I would send it through the messenger of peace. So it allowed for a cross pollination of the school environment, and it allowed us to get to know each other better. You introduce your Val. Oh, I'm your Val. Oh, I love this, I love that. The Val gets a message, send another note back. Thank you for my gift. Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting you. And then thereafter, like I've said, I'm still in touch with my Val. We just tend to take care, or you now look out, or you now feel, oh, don't touch her, or please now forgive her. She's my Val. You don't have a reason to have an interest in someone else. And I think also it fully aligned with the ethos of the school. The federal government colleges in Nigeria at the time was built as unity schools. So we had people from all across the country, north, south, east, and west, and it allowed us to be united, as a nation, even as we grow together in the school. So now I have friends from northern Nigeria because we were in high school together, because we went through those formative years together. I know people in the east, I know people in the west, I know from the north, I know from the south, just because we had that opportunity of being together. And I must really commend, shouts out, I really thank God for the vision of the time, our parents, the leadership of the time, in putting us there. We went to school, the boarding house at age 11. Can you believe that? We were all tiny school girls, and we left that boarding environment at the age of 16. So it was a transition stage. We were all teenagers. We went into our teens. We got to know each other in that stage of life. We were given responsibilities. You know what? When you say responsibilities, some of us at home, we've never washed a pot. There, you were washing pots after. And we had responsibilities in terms of being together in school. So the Valentine, now gave you an opportunity to know somebody outside of your normal group, either your classmates, your form mates, or even your house. You now knew somebody in another house, and you had an opportunity to engage with that person, learn from that person, be it a junior or a senior. So I think that was how we got to understand sharing of Valentine's. I think it's really about sharing the love, right? But sharing it in a responsible way, in a caring way, in a way that builds rather than pulls down. So we go back and we keep on singing, I love you, Lord, for your mercies never fail me. All my days I've been wrapped in your hands. So God bless. Enjoy Valentine's. Practice how to share the love. Ciao.